Hey guys, it's Kat with Taming the Tangle. And today I want to talk to you about humor because in my small town where I live, I've seen two signs that were surprisingly funny, but they also left me feeling kind of bad on the inside. And this is like a mindfulness sort of issue, I believe. So, one of the signs is at a local coffee shop, and I live in Northern California, like pot is just part of the scene here, I guess, of like people grow it and everything. It's not part of my personal scene, but I know it's around. So this coffee shop that I love to go to, they have great coffee. They had this sign out front that says Stoner Special. And it has, it's kind of funny, laugh, ha ha ha, and it's got a little sandwich special of the day. And they keep using that sign. And over time, I've started to realize, wow, I don't want to go to that coffee shop as much because clearly I'm not one of their clients. I'm not a stoner. And it's eliminating a little bit of the market. But the other part that made me feel really like squidgy on the inside is that some of the people who work there, and specifically like one of the owners, is struggling with addiction. And a girlfriend of mine was like, "What's the big deal? There's it's just funny. They're just being lighthearted, and pot is legal here now, and da 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 da." And I'm like, "It's not about legality. I mean, alcohol is legal, and pretty much everyone knows somebody who struggles with it. So it's more about being respectful." Now, if this was a sign that rotated periodically and maybe, one day a week they had the girl boss special and, like there's a witch shop across the street and they had witches special and just rotated the humor, I think that would lighten it a lot and make people feel inclusive, understand that they're just trying to be playful here. And it's one of those things that I'm looking at myself of like, should I mention that to them? Since because it sat with me uncomfortably for a long time. And it wasn't until I started kind of unraveling some of the issues and the emotional tension for me that I thought, right, I'm not opposed to humor. I actually love humor. I want to see it used more. But when it's used unthoughtfully is really struggling, situation for me. And so to invite people to go, right, like push a little bit more. Just don't go for the low hanging fruit humor, just like go like, right, how can we shake this up, be a little bit more inclusive, be mindful of the different audiences, who are we trying to attract here, and be playful there. Another sign that I saw is at a local school that I drive by every day. And, school was letting out and congratulations, class of 2019, all of that is on their little digital board out front. And then after a couple of days, there was another message in addition to that one because it rotates. And that message was, dear parents, tag, you're it, love the staff of the school. First glance, really funny in some ways. Just the initial response is like, haha, type of thing. But like that one I immediately felt uncomfortable about. And, who knows? Maybe I just take things a little too seriously, but that's my work because I do a little bit of digging so that we understand these underlying emotions. And the reason why that one hit me really hard is I actually don't have children. I chose to not be a parent. But I remember being a child and what it was like to feel like a commodity. And it didn't feel really good, that someone's trying to figure out what to do with me. Where do I go? Like, oh, they're having to manage me, just like, something they're trying to figure out storage for. It was an uncomfortable situation. Part of it is if that message had been on this board just for a couple of days, it just might not have hit me that much. But seeing it day after day after day, and now it's been a few weeks, and I'm like, gosh, is that going to be up there all summer? Are they wanting to be credited with like, oh my gosh, it looks so funny? But I'm like, I just keep seeing it, and it wears away at me where I'm like, boy, this is starting to hurt me. I don't want to feel like tag, now all the responsibility is yours, and isn't that great? Woo, we got some relief here. It's sort of like, we've done a great job. Go off and enjoy your summer. So that's all I wanted to talk about today was just the underlying notes that we have to humor. Of course, it's all about timing and who's receiving it. We can't control any of that. So I appreciate these gestures of humor. And of course, we don't want to overthink it either when we're using humor. But we do want to think a little bit. We do want some mindfulness of going, okay, you know, it's fine. You know, like a lot of comedians, like you pull out one joke and you might go, oh, that's a really edgy or not very funny. But when it's used in a line of jokes, you go, okay, it sort of softens it. I get their worldview. I see what they're doing. This is now I can relax a little bit and laugh. But one joke over and over and over can be a little bit intense. So see how that sits with you. I'd love to hear any feedback about it. And, you know, of course, I'm always open to lightening up. I hope that you are too. Let's keep playing with humor, but let's do it mindfully. If you have any questions, visit me over on my website, tamingthetangle.com. I have a blog there. And you can leave comments down below on YouTube, but I don't watch them all that much because it can get dicey on here. So just remember, we're all humans. Be nice, play nice, put some positive energy out there in the world. And I hope you have a great day. Thanks for listening.